think results like that, when you win them so late on, I think it brings everyone together. I think obviously the feeling after any late winner is brilliant. But yeah, I think that togetherness is the main thing that it brings, and that belief that if you keep going, you can get rewards later on.
If you're going to be successful as a team, you need to experience a couple of moments like that to maybe instill a belief.
Yeah, I think so, potentially. I think that the manager said it's obviously not going to be straightforward the whole time, and you need to just keep going and stick together. And like I say, moments like that brings everyone together and lifts that belief going forward.
And you've been on the flip side of it, of course, when you've been the other team who's seen your rivals get late wins when maybe you think you're going to catch ground or steal a march on them, so you know the effect you can have across the city or elsewhere. Yeah,
I think obviously we need to win our games to close any gaps, so we're just obviously one game at a time and focusing on what we can do. And if it takes the first minute to win a game or the last minute, as long as we get that win, then that's the most important thing.
You talk about closing the gaps, Ben. How important is it to start building momentum heading into the festive periods? Not too far away now. You can have another game against South Carolina. And how important is it to just really start building momentum towards that?
It's important that we concentrate on each game that we've got, and that's the next one's tomorrow night, and we need to obviously win that and then move on from there. But if we look at the bigger picture, then it's going to be harder for us to focus on what we need to do, which is win every game.
In terms of instilling belief, obviously wins like that do that. How much has the manager given you since he's coming?
I think he has given us belief and lifted our confidence a bit as a team. I wouldn't say he's made wholesale changes in like what we've been doing, but like little subtle things, and he'll pull you to the side and have a quiet word with you, which will just give you a little boost and things like that. So I think individually and collectively as a team is tried to do that, and I think it's worked so far.
Just a quick one on the three at the back that we saw last week over in Prague. How did the manager assess how it worked, and is it something that you've tried since? Are you likely to try it again, or do you think it's perhaps just a plan B if nothing else, if you can't get the form?
Well, we lost Borna at the weekend, and Ridvan wasn't in the Champions League squad, the Europa League squad. So obviously we didn't have a natural left back, so I think that the manager just looked at it and then seen what's the best way to attack that game in particular. And I think that we've took confidence from the way it panned out in the end, and it's something that we could potentially look to use again in the future.
Ben, that extra sort of resilience that you talked about at the end to get over the line, is that something new, or is that always there in the squad, do you think? Has anything changed the last few weeks?
No, I think that's always been there, but I think that when you go and produce that and then that happens, then moving on forward from that, then it obviously grows that you can do it again and again. Obviously we don't want to be waiting until the last minute of games to be winning them, but doing that, it shows that we can do it, and then that grows belief for next time.
Yeah, and it seemed to kind of sort of galvanise players. The manager was celebrating at the end, the fans kind of buying in as well. It can be sort of quite significant, can it? Yeah,
like I say, it can bring the team together, but it can also bring the fans in closer with the team as well, which is important here. And yeah, I think everyone went home on Sunday with a good feeling.
How are things personally for you? Where do you assess your own game at the moment?
I think I'm steady away. I think I can still improve in lots of areas. But yeah, steady away.
You're smiling there. What are you thinking?
No, I just think that every day you can learn new things, and you can practice what you know you're good at and what you need to improve on. So, no game's perfect, and each game when something doesn't quite go your way, or you lose a battle or something like that against a player, then you can react and learn from that, so you can learn all the time.
The manager said he's still assessing the players at the minute. The players understanding that they're in a kind of probation period at the moment as far as he's concerned?
I think so, yeah. I think everyone's coming into training still obviously trying to impress him and getting his team. You've seen him give out opportunities to players like off the bench and things like that. So I think everyone's got the clean slate that is said. And yeah, just coming in, trying to work hard and showing what we can do, really.
What is a dressing room like when a new manager comes into a club?
You're just trying to impress, really. Just head down, really, do your work on the pitch, and then yeah, go from there.
You said that it seems like, you know, after a win like that, the fans can be brought back in. As a player, do you feel that connection between the fans and the players is starting to repair? You saw at full time there was, you know, the fans celebrating with the players. Does that feel like it's getting better and you feel more close to them now?
I think we've had 3 decent results in a row, which obviously helps. I think that the way that we won the game on Sunday obviously helps as well. And I thought Ibrox was really loud on Sunday, so it's with the winner. It's probably the loudest I've heard it in a while. And yeah, it does feel a bit more like that connection's coming back.
How important is that if you're going to try and put a run together and, you know, make this a real title race, to have the fans and have their support in their back? Yeah,
it's crucial to have the fans on side. Obviously it doesn't happen overnight, they want consistent wins and performances, but I think that we've started along the road to doing that. Obviously we've got a long way to go.
Ben, a word on Dundee. They're going quite well this season, unbeaten at home. How are preparations going for tomorrow night from your point of view?
Good. Like I said, the home form's been good, so we know it'll be a difficult game. Obviously I haven't played against them before because they came up this year. I know one of the players, but other than that I didn't know much about them before we've done the meetings and things like that. So
the manager spoke about using Sunday as a reference game in terms of that mentality to get over the line. Has he spoken about potentially having to call on that tomorrow night to get to break through Dundee?
Yeah, obviously each game's different, and you face different tasks in each game. But I think we're looking to take Sunday into Wednesday now and try and get the ball rolling a bit.